Hey everybody, welcome to JomezPro Final 9 for Hazel Landing Park in Carmel, Indiana, hosted by HDGU. This is Zak Biberstine. I've got Kraig Proctor here. Team Prozac's back together, huh?
Team Prozac is back together, but not on the playing side this time, doing the commentary. So we're on hole 2 here at Hazel Landing. Steve Boylan teeing off first. We also have Zak Kemmer, Jeremy Harvey, and Josh Fortney on the card.
So this is a new hole. It's an extension of our existing hole 2 on the course.
And that's an interesting play there. It's not ideal to throw this shot here. We'll see where he ends up.
Yeah.
But normally you just want to try to play down the right side of this fairway and have something stable up at the end as the normal play.
Yeah, nobody really goes that way up over the top. I think Steve was just trying to show his big arm there, but typically you have people kind of going down the right side or the middle of this fairway, laying up to where the original short pin was, probably about 350 feet, and then trying to hit this little gap on the left side, kind of moves left or right to the new basket.
Yeah. We'll see if Jeremy hits the right side here. He's usually pretty accurate. You really want to go to the right of that tree, but he went to the left, but it ended up in a great spot. That's pretty ideal.
Yeah, he's going to be happy with that. That's pretty textbook as far as your drive goes. Not biting off too much.
This is Josh Fortney here. He was actually got 4th during the first 18, and then drew the wild card to get on this card.
Yeah, funny story.
So we actually have the top 4 people.
Right. A shout out to Phoebe Kemmer. I think she actually bought the raffle ticket that pulled that, and she was nice enough to let Josh jump in there because she wasn't playing that day.
It looks like Zach threw up over the top there. It ended in a really good spot. It was a tough shot, but got in putting distance.
Yeah, when you're back here, when your drive is short, you're pretty pinched off from that small opening back there to the left. So you really have no choice but to go over the top. And as you see, one got through and one didn't. It's basically a 50-50.
Yeah, and here's Steve off of his drive. He looks like he's in the middle of the woods here, just trying to punch out. Ends up on the walking path between 2 and 3. Just trying to punch something through into the opening.
Yeah, good thing he wore that safari hat today.
And Jeremy sitting at his great drive, a nice little easy sidearm up to the basket. You know, he's sitting pretty good for a birdie here. This is actually a par 4. So he's sitting in a good spot for a 3.
Steve's up's just a little bit high there. And you can see Fortney, who got pinched off on the right, kind of playing back and forth. This hole's going to give you guys a good taste for what Hazel can be like. You know, you get off the fairway a little bit, you try and save one, you try and bite off a little bit, and it's just going to keep punishing you.
Yeah, it's that natural OB that they always talk about at Beaver State Fling and those courses like that. You get right or left, and you're in some trouble.
And Kemmer had a good look at that. He tried a little bit of hip English, and it just didn't go in.
Boylan with a pretty solid save. He gets a SloMez too, but that's a solid save after his drive. He was out in the middle of nowhere, deep in the woods, and to come back and make that putt's pretty solid.
Oh, and we all know that feeling. You jump back and forth, you take a lot of strokes coming out the gate, and Fortney just wants to get off this hole.
Yeah, it could be some nerves. You know, the cameras, you think you're not going to be bothered by them, but a lot of times people are.
Yeah, so solid start there for Harvey. Taking a 3 on this hole, you're going to take strokes on the field. He had a textbook drive, textbook kind of upshot there, and then just put in a nice longer putt. He's going to be real happy with that 3. A couple guys tapping in here. We'll move on to hole 3 on the course, which will be our second hole today. So hole 3, there's a couple ways to play this hole. You can play it straight to hyzer, or just a really, really sharp hyzer with a skip the whole way. Harvey's playing the straight to hyzer finish. Great line there.
Yeah, he's up on the green, probably, 25 feet away. I'm guessing Zak's probably throwing a Firebird here, trying to get a skip. Just left it a little early.
Yeah, it really takes a lot of hyzer to get over there. And here's the inside line. So this is what I was talking about. You get a little flare skip up there, and he's on the short side of the screen, but inside the circle.
Yeah, he's only 15 feet there. Gets a nice follow flight. See a nice good skip there, right over the ditch, and like I said, he's 15 feet away. Yeah, a tree Fortney just hit there is a tree that a lot of people hit. You're trying to go a little bit wide. Usually get you in trouble because you left into the tall stuff.
Yeah, and if you don't make this corner, you're either trying to sneak one through or just laying up. And it looks like Kemmer tried to sneak one through there, just nowhere to go.
Yeah, got a little bit of greedy, almost hit max. Looks like he comes back with a pretty solid upshot there, though. But this course, if you try to get gritty, sometimes it'll bite you. Nice solid upshot by Fortney there.
I think here's Harvey. Let's see if he can get his second birdie in a row. There it is.
Yeah, he's starting out really well here. Trying to come back here and make some noise. He's taking the lead right now. One over Steve.
Oh, yeah. Steve is a pretty deliberate putter. Has a pretty long routine. I wonder if he just rushed that one.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of did a little bit. That puts him tied with Jeremy going into the next hole.
Okay, this is course hole 5. This is a really great hole. It's honestly, there's a corridor to go straight from the tee to the basket, but with these trees angling slightly away from you, it makes you want to turn one over a little bit.
Yeah.
Sounds
the
like
tee pad's in a great spot because it tricks you a little bit. You think you can actually throw it straight, but a lot of people want to throw that turnover.
And there's the symptom of just not, starting it out left and just not getting it turned over enough. Trying to throw that little soft anhyzer line.
Looks like a solid shot right here. Oh, and he clips that last straight tree. Started out looking pretty good.
Yeah, Harvey's blocked off on this left side, just wants to get one over where he can get in putting range. Fortney, as you can see here, with that little forehand, just has a great forehand upshot. He's got years of ultimate in his background, if you couldn't tell.
I believe Kemmer's the same way, has a lot of years of ultimate too. So they both have pretty solid sidearms.
Oh, and if I heard that right, that sounded like that was just off the tree, off the rim.
Solid putt by Zak Kemmer there.
Yeah,
see if he gets a follow flight on that one. Nope, doesn't. I know he's hoping for one in hole 2. He made this one here, but didn't get the follow flight.
I don't think they give follow flight to Kraig on 20-foot putts.
Probably not. But Jeremy missed his putt there, hit a little bit high and left on that basket, and just didn't want to stay in. Fortney might have been making an adjustment for that and left a little low.
Yeah, there's Goldilocks Boylan there. Just one too high, one too low. He made sure he put it right in between. All right, on to hole 6. This is course hole 6. This is our 4th hole. This is another one we extended. So the original hole is probably about, 315 to this landing zone here. This is where the short pin is. And to get up past that is phenomenal. So that's a great drive by Steve.
Yeah, I'd like to see if he would have missed that tree, where that ended up, because that would have been right in the mouth and have been perfect. But he's in a good spot.
Ooh.
And this is usually the play that happens on this hole. People don't get it turned over enough and end up on the left side. And if you do, it's a really tough second shot. You just don't have the angle to get it in the gap.
Yeah, certainly. And Harvey puts that up high, which is a bit atypical for him, but that leaves him over on that left side too. It's going to be hard to hit that approach shot from there.
Yeah, if you go left by that big tree, you're playing for a 4. 3's kind of out of the question.
Same thing there from Fortney, just not quite turned over enough and gets put in the junk. Taking his medicine, just tossing one out, which I have to tell you on this hole is a really smart move.
Yeah, that's all he could have done. It was a smart play.
Puts one up, probably about circle 2 from there, which actually is a great shot from where he was.
Yeah, great shot. You really have to be careful going long on this because, one, you have a raised basket, but we also have White River in the background. So if you do kind of put a little mustard on one, you could end up in the river.
Yeah. So here's Harvey's out from about the same place Kemmer was. These guys really are still short of Steve's drive. There's one up and over.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
That's great. And you see those spectators on the right, the river is right behind them. There's one from Kemmer. It's coming in pretty hot. Ooh, he hits that tree. I think if he didn't hit that tree, Dave Z's body might have saved it, but that thing was going for the water.
Boylan with a really nice solid up shot. See, if you can get to that gap, it's a pretty easy up shot. If you don't get to the gap, you're going to be struggling a little bit.
It's a good up.
Boylan for his 3. Just hit the cage just a little bit. But raised basket sometimes will get people.
Yeah, Steve's been all over the basket. That's 3 in a row where he was kind of almost in and out. I know that feeling, and him walking up to dunk in this 1-foot putt is not going to be a great feeling, but got to move on. All right, so we move on from here. We will be going to course hole 8, which will be our 5th hole. 8 is a pretty iconic hole for Hazel. A little bit downhill, then back uphill at the end. You need to throw a hyzer flip straight down the tunnel. And the risk here is if you get off too far to the right, you can get kicked over this little berm.
Yeah, this is my favorite hole on the course, my favorite tee shot. It's really demanding off the drive. Like I said, you got to throw a nice hyzer flip to get it down there. If you pull it right, it can kick you right and you're in some trouble. If you leave it left, you're in some trouble. So it's a really demanding tee shot.
And there's another high one from Harvey. I'm not sure what that's about, but it kind of airs him out. He bails out left side, and he's kind of on that slope in that brush over there.
Fortney pulled his right a little bit, but he didn't get kicked too far. He's still looking down the fairway.
Yeah, it's tough from there, but he ends up kicking back into the fairway. He'll be okay.
See where we got Boylan coming out of the right side here, throwing a turnover.
Yep, trying to bite off a lot. On this hole, just like a lot here, if you push really far, you might pull off a miracle and get to the pin, or you might just go to the other side of the fairway. Looks like that's what's happening.
Zach got kicked over the berm, so he's trying to go across. Looks like he ended up somewhere pretty close to where Boylan was at.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you can see the basket there on the top of that hill.
You're going to be trying to roll her out, but this might be in trouble because there are some railroad ties for the A pin. Yeah, he hit him.
Yeah, you can't.
So that was a tough shot.
Can't roll up a wall. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, Fortney throwing up. That's not a bad shot. He's about 25 feet, a little bit uphill, but it's not too bad.
Harvey getting friendly with this tree, trying to run one.
You're a little deep.
Yeah. a little bit of a comeback, and he's going to be facing that downhill there too.
Looks like Boylan's going a little bit back door here to see if he can get up by the... Actually, yeah, really good shot there, throwing a back door.
Kemmer's in a similar spot. I think he's a little closer, but really there's a wall there, so he's got to go over it. Yep.
I'd see Fortney make this putt. He could use this one. Yeah, great putt. Uphill, straddle. Really good putt.
Yeah, that's got to feel good after some of those
maybe that'll
struggles.
get him going a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good putt. Just another, high and left, and it just didn't want to stay in the basket there.
There's a quick one from Kemmer. I think he rushed that one. I'm sure he'd like to have that back.
Yeah.
Boylan cleaning up. So we're going to move
while these guys are tapping in, I'd like to thank everybody that's helped on Hazel Landing throughout the years, because anybody knows if you have a wooded course in your club, it takes a lot of work. And we've had a lot of people donate their time and helping make this place pretty special.
Great, so we're moving to course hole 14. Imagine this is like a backwards question mark with the basket on that peninsula at the top of the question mark. Everything on the right side that you see here that's tall brush is out of bounds. So these guys are pulling over out of bounds off the tee. Steve, I guess, was going for the green there, which is a really long way. I don't think he made it, but he threw a really long way.
Yeah, he threw it a long way, but I think the chances of him hitting the peninsula are pretty slim. Zach kind of came out and he threw really what you want to throw. Throw something hyzer, get it back coming into the fairway. Start at OB, get it in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, the trick here is to, you're throwing over OB if you're right-handed throwing a hyzer. Sometimes there's a little bit of wind in your face, but the trick is to throw something safe enough that you're definitely going to be in bounds and set yourself up for a nice, easy upshot over this OB.
You don't have to overthrow this at all.
Yeah,
you don't have to overthrow this tee shot. Just get it in the fairway.
Yeah, the approach shot here from where these guys are landing is really, it's maybe a couple hundred feet. If you're throwing a big hyzer, you may have to have 250 foot of power, spiking, and that's really it. So putting yourself safe in a good spot off the tee is really the way to go here.
Yeah, and this is just a simple up shot here. You just got to miss that tree right there that I believe Jeremy might have actually hit and stayed in. But that's the guardian tree you just got to miss.
Yeah, the only other way you can go is you can throw the forehand to avoid that one post tree. Kemmer is going to do that. You throw to the back of the green and then putt back towards the basket. The basket actually sits, within 20 feet from the front side of the OB, so really that's the smart play. You play past it, putt back at it.
Yep, two good up shots there. We'll see where Boylan ended up on his... I believe he re-teed, and this is where he ended up on his second tee.
Man,
he almost puts it in.
Yeah. For being a re-tee, he really bit off a lot again. You can see how far his drive went. That was pretty phenomenal.
There's Jeremy. That's normal Jeremy Harvey putting right there.
Yep, there he is.
Nice and solid with the SloMez.
And you don't see it on his face, but I know he's smiling on the inside.
Kemmer pulled his just a bit. Yeah, Fortney looks like he's kind of calmed down a little bit and found his putt.
Yep, so I think Kemmer's got to clean up. Looks like Harvey's trying to steal a little bit more camera time. Yep, back and forth, making sure everybody sees him. I think Harvey's actually going over to check that tree because his disc was actually stuck up in that thorn tree. Yep, so we're going to move on from here onto hole 16 on the course, our 7th hole. This is just, your standard wooded tunnel where you're, 325 feet and it just hyzers off to the left here at the finish.
Yeah, you can try to sneak in that left side like Fortney almost did, or you can try to get something stable, turn it over, get it to flex out. Zach was trying to do that, but released a little bit early. I bet you Boylan's probably throwing something really stable and trying to flex this. Yeah, there we go there. That's a pretty good shot right there. That's kind of how you want to throw this. He's up in a good spot.
Harvey just straight down the pipe here. Looks like he got the inside line. Wow. You don't see people overthrow this hole that often. To get all the way through there clean and to throw past the basket, that was pretty good.
Yeah, Zach pretty fortunate that he didn't actually go in the thick stuff. Threw up a nice. He should have a putt there to save his 3.
Yep. So this is typical range for anybody who hits anything. This should be something Fortney can get. Low ceiling. Yeah, just left it a little low. You know, a lot of drives end up in this range. Here's Boylan with about the same putt and the same result, looks like.
Here's Jeremy for his 2. Yeah, he's stuck in the weeds a little bit past the basket. Tries to float one. Doesn't quite get it in there, though.
See Kemmer for this save, maybe. There it is.
Yeah. There's this SloMez. And I would be happy about that one. Good putt.
Yeah. You can see it on his face. Look at those pearly whites. Purple shirt, smiling face. He's happy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's more excited about his putt or his pretty solid shirt he's got on.
A clean up there for Harvey. He's a straddle putter by nature, so that wasn't a big deal for him. Clean up there. We'll move on to course hole 18. This will be our 8th hole. This is a dogleg right. You gotta get about, 330 feet and then turn right.
Yeah, and this is looking really, really good if it stays in. Yeah, that's a great shot there. You just kind of want to be right where he's at. Now it gives you a nice little, 70, 80 foot shot to the basket.
Kemmer's trying to do the same thing. Looks like he didn't stand it up quite quick enough. And what can happen is you can punch into that bush line there and get stuck.
Yeah, that bush that he went through is kind of the one you want to miss.
Boylan's got enough power to get there in the air easily. Looks like that one just kind of got away from him. I don't know if he was throwing a roller or an air shot, but kind of got off to the right side. He's going to be pinched.
Yeah, this hole is kind of tricks you too, because you think you can throw it to the right, get something to flex a little bit and get in the corner, but you really just want to throw it straight.
So back here where Jeremy is and where Steve is, you're pinched off from the corner still. So either you're going to lay up. There's not a lot of chance to get anything around the corner unless you throw a roller from here, but yeah, Steve trying to go big again.
Looks like he's back in the woods again, pretty deep. That's really thick back there. So we'll see if he can get out of it.
I believe this giant bush here is Kemmer. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Kemmer just rolling.
That's probably all he had.
Yeah, it's pretty thick in there. And here's Fortney. This is classic Fortney. Perfect placement, clean up shot. He's just starting to get warmed up. Unfortunately, we're almost done here.
Yeah, and that's exactly how you want to play this hole. Throw to that spot, throw an up shot, take your 3.
Kemmer might have...
Up shot kind of got away from him there a little bit.
Yeah,
I think he wanted it quite over on the walking path.
Not sure if he was running that or just trying to hit Matt Meinson.
Here's Boylan coming out for his 3rd shot. That actually didn't end up too bad.
No, I think he got lucky he had that little window back there.
Yeah, he did too. Zach, yeah, that up shot kind of cost him a little bit there.
So with Boylan taking a 5 there, I think Harvey's sitting right by the bucket or pretty close. He's going to take a stroke on him here with 1 hole to go. It was kind of back and forth for a while, but Harvey with that unfortunate stick in the tree and not being able to capitalize on 16, he's still going to be sitting 1 stroke behind Boylan here.
Yeah, and in hole 1, which is our last hole coming up here, we are playing the short pad, so it's definitely, you can definitely get some 2s on it.
Yeah, this will set up for a nice finish. So straight 363 foot. Everybody on this card has the power to get there.
Yeah, but it does have a low ceiling, and that's what happens a lot on this hole is people burn it in the ground because of the ceiling. If you have the power, you can play it high, which I'm sure Boylan's probably going to try. If you do a high flex, you can get down there. That's a mistake you see a lot, is that burner.
Kemmer with a dad hat trying to punch one through the ceiling. He gets down there, circle 2, I'd say, but it's not going to be as close as he wants it to be.
Yeah, we'll see if Boylan goes up and over here like a lot of the people have the power do. Yeah, he is. Looks like it's going to end up pretty good. Yeah, it's not a bad shot. He ended up in the woods a little bit. I don't know if he'll have a putt, but it's definitely down there, 35 feet.
Here's Fortney with that little forehand ultimate shot. Nice and clean, real smooth upshot. And Harvey's got to put this one in if he really wants to push Steve here. He's 1 behind, he's got to make it.
And he's running. Yeah, it's not a bad shot. I think that tree branch got a little bit in his way. But Steve, you don't know. I mean, he's deep in the woods here. We'll see if he can get out or not. Can't really see him in there. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he kind of looks like he ran a little bit, left him a little bit left. We'll see. He's played in a lot of big tournaments, so I don't think that putt there is really going to kind of scare him too much.
Nice hit there from Fortney. Nice to see him finish strong. And here's Steve, pretty routine, but with the cameras and everything, you never know.
Yeah, nice solid putt.
Steve. That's the Steve Boylan we know. Pretty good under pressure. Good finish for him. We have Kemmer clean up here, and then have Harvey clean up. I know Harvey was chasing the whole time, and he had it in his grasp. He probably could taste it, just couldn't quite get Steve to give up enough strokes. So there we have it. Boylan's gonna finish 4 down, Harvey 3, Kemmer 2, and 42 up. I want to make sure we thank HDGU for this event. Thank the Jomez guys for coming out. It was a lot of fun. These guys, had a great time. We had a great time spectating. Want to thank Carmel Clay Parks and Rec. These guys do a ton for us, and this course just looks beautiful.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate all the support over the years of being president, and now we've passed that on to Zach now, who is the president now. So I appreciate everybody helping out throughout the years.
Hey guys, do me a favor. If you would like, comment, subscribe to Jomez, show them some support. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll throw in a couple HDGU discs. If you guys would comment below, let us know what you think about the dad hats. We had 50% dad hat on this card today. So give us a dad hat comment down there. We'll pick one out we like. We'll send you guys some discs, all right? Thanks, everybody.